Let's have a look. Hello, so that was What's My Age Again by Blink 182. Okay, so we are going to do a guitar lesson on this. So it starts off with that, I'd say it's a famous riff, I'd say. Okay, so we've got... So I'm gonna... Okay, so it starts off with this famous riff. So to play this riff, we'll put our third and our little finger on the 11th fret of the G and the B string. And then this first finger here is kind of our bass note. So it goes. Okay, so the last one we're using our middle finger. Okay, so we'll put our first finger on the 9th fret of the D string. Okay, and then what we're doing is we're picking the D, G, and the B string. And then we're coming back up. Okay, so hitting the B and then coming back up to the G and the D. Okay, so D, G, B, G. Okay, and then once you hit those strings, we're then moving our first finger up to the 9th fret of the A. And then we're doing exactly the same picking motion. Okay, so we'll be picking the A string. We'll be picking our first finger. Then we're going to go B, G, B again. Okay, so if we just put these first two together, so okay, so after the A string, we then move our first finger up to the 9th fret. Okay, so the 9th fret will sound like, and again we're picking the low E district. We're picking the low E this time. Okay, and then going B, G, B again. Okay, so we started from the beginning. We'll start on the D string. Okay, so up to the A, up to the E. And then the very last time, instead of using our first finger, I would use the middle finger because it allows you to kind of go across to this 11th fret on the low E. It's kind of difficult with your first finger, doesn't quite bend correctly. Okay, so if we use our middle finger, and then we'll be going on the 11th fret of the low E string. Again, it's the same picking motion. We're going to pick the low E, okay, the G, the B, and then the G. Okay, so if we go through it slowly. D, A, E, E. In terms of the picking pattern, I'm going down, down, up, and then up again on the G string. Okay, so I'm going down with all downstrokes and coming up with upstrokes is probably the easiest way to describe it, I think. Okay, so. Okay, so the track is at 160 BPM, so it's a bit quicker than this. So in the original track it is. What I recommend you do is grab a metronome and maybe set it at like 110, 120 and play it along, purely because there's some string skipping because we're going from this D to the A to the low E. And once we get to this low E, we're then going back down to these G and B strings. So we're missing the A and the D string. Okay, so if you're not quite used to string skipping, I'd recommend slowing it down and making sure you hit the right notes, because it's going to be easy to go up to this 9th fret low E and maybe hit these A and D strings. Okay, so that repeats through the intro. Okay, and then in the last two bars, okay, sorry, the last 3 bars, it will start as it normally does on the D string, up to the A, and then low E again, 9th fret. Okay, but this time, rather than go from the 9th to the 11th fret, it's going to do the 9th fret low E twice. Okay, so it's going to go. Okay, rather than. Okay, so this is just the last. This is the second to last bar for the intro. Okay, so we got. And then after the 2 low E 9th frets, we're then coming back down to our 9th fret on the D. Okay, and we're going. And we're picking the D, G, B strings, coming back up to the G, and then hitting the D, the G, the B, and the G. Okay, so if I just put these 2 together, it's. Okay, once more. And then this is where the main chorus comes in. Okay, so for the chorus, we have got some power chords. Okay, so the power chord is on the 2nd fret of the low E. We'll place our first finger. And then we're going to place our 3rd finger and our little finger on the 4th fret of the A and the D string. You don't have to put your little finger on the D string. You can just play it 2 strings. It's really up to you. And then we will just do 1 downstroke on this F sharp power chord. Okay, and if people in there are kind of interested in tone and stuff, so the beginning's clean, and then the distortion comes in now. Okay, so we've got. Okay, so for the distortion, the chorus, we got one downstroke on the F sharp. And then we're going to go to the 4th fret on the A string, but we're going to keep the same power chord shape. Okay, and we're going to go up, down. Okay, so down, and then up, down on the 4th fret power chord. And then we're going to move up to the 6th fret on the A string, exactly the same pattern, and we're going to go up, down again. Okay, so we've got down, up, down, up, down. Okay, down, up, down, up, down. And then after the 6th fret A, we're going to go to, we're coming down to this B, so it's a B power chord on the 2nd fret A. Okay, and we're going to play this 5 times. We're going to start on an up, so it'll be up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so if we play the chorus slowly, we've got. Okay, so the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, that repeats, I think it repeats 3 times. Okay, and then the very last time, it's the same chord progression, so we go 1 downstroke on the 2nd fret of the low E string. Okay, then we go to the 4th fret power chord, up, down again. And then on the D sharp, so our 6th fret power chord, we're going, we're starting on an upstroke and we're playing it 8 times, okay? And then we're moving down to the 4th fret, which is a C sharp, and we're also going to play that 8 times. Okay, so the very last, the 4th time round on the chorus, it's sorry, last time on the chorus it is okay, and then after that, it then comes in with the intro, so the 9, 9, 9, 11 pattern we were looking at, it just repeats that once. Okay, so we'll go. Okay, so it just repeats that intro once. Okay, and then we come to the 2nd verse. Okay, so the 2nd verse. This time it starts on our B power chord. So remember that's on our A string 2nd fret, and then our 3rd finger will be on the 4th fret D string. Okay, and we're going to use a technique called palm muting. So I think I've mentioned it in videos previously. Palm muting is where you rest your wrist on the bridge of your guitar. Okay, and it kind of deadens the sound, but not so that it turns into mutes. Okay, so we'll have, and then if I unmute it, it will be muted. Okay, and then we're going to play this B power chord 4 times. Okay, and then we're going up to the F sharp, so we're going up to the 2nd fret on the low E. And then we're moving to the 4th fret on the A string. We're playing it 4 times. And then we're moving up to the 6th fret on the A string 4 times. Okay, so we're playing each chord 4 times. It's very similar to the chorus, but rather than starting on this F sharp, we're starting on the B. Okay, so B, F sharp, C sharp, B sharp. Okay, so that goes round. That goes around 3 times. Okay, so that chord progression. And the last time round, it goes exactly again to the B power chord 4 times, to the F sharp power chord, but this time when it goes to the 4th fret on the A, the C sharp, okay, it plays it 8 times, okay, all downstrokes, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after the C sharp, it will then go to the B again, 8 times. Okay, so if we just play this very last go of the verse, essentially, it is. Okay, so that's the very last cycle of the verse. So we're going to go through the whole verse now. Okay, so let's go slow. Okay, so it's very simple. Just make sure you got that palm mute down. Okay, and just watch out the last time round when you get to the C sharp and then to the B, it's 8 times rather than 4. Okay, and then it comes to the chorus again. So the chorus is exactly the same. I won't go through exactly how to play the chorus because we went through it earlier. We'll just play through. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then after the second chorus, we have a little interlude. So it comes in quite quickly after the chorus, so you kind of need to get from the C sharp power chord on this 4th fret of the A. Okay, and then what we're trying to get to is we're going back into this shape that we played the intro. So we'll have our 3rd and our little finger on the 11th fret of the G and the B string. Okay, and then we're just gonna pick the B and then the G string. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay, this is a bit cleaner as well, so I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Okay, so we got B, G, and then it plays B, G again. Okay. And then the 3rd time, it plays this 9th fret D. So this is the very first finger shape we had for the intro. Okay, but this time we're going to play this D string. But then we're going to play the B and the G string. Okay, and then the 4th time, it's just the B and the G string on the 11th fret. Okay, so first time, 11, 11. Second time, 11, 11. Third time, 9, 11, 11. 4th time, 11, 11. Okay, and then after the 4th time, it goes to this little lick. Okay, so then we're going to move from here up to the 9th fret on the A string. Okay, so we're going to play the 9th fret A string 3 times, all downstrokes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then after that, we're going to pick the D string and go from 8 to 9. And we're going to do a hammer on. Okay, if you're not sure what a hammer on is, it's where you pick the note and then you hammer on to the next note with another finger. Okay, so you're only picking once, but you're producing 2 notes essentially. Okay, so it's all downstrokes as well. Obviously it's Blink 182, so very punky. Okay, so this 99989, we play it 4 times. Okay, and then it goes to another shape. Okay, so we put our middle finger on the 9th fret of the A string, our first finger on the 8th fret of the D string, and then our middle finger will be on the 11th fret G. Okay, so we've got... Okay, so what I did then, I'm picking the A, the D, and then the G string. Okay. And that's just the first time. And then on the times after this, we're going to go A, D, and then the G. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. So first time. Okay, the first time. Then the second time. Okay, so that just repeats. So that is the A, the D, then the A and the D again, and then the G. Okay, I would listen to the track as well because the timing's a little bit different. There's a slight rest at the beginning. Okay, so it's... Okay, so it's like da 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 da. That's probably the best way to think of the melody. Okay, and then once the bridge is completed, it then heads back into the chorus. Again, we'll do the same. We'll play through the chorus. It's exactly the same as how we played the other 2 choruses. Okay, so F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp, and then that just repeats throughout the outro as such. Okay, just repeats itself, and then it will end on the kind of last phrase of the choruses. Okay, so that's the F sharp, the C sharp, and then it will go 8 times on the D sharp, and then 8 times on the C sharp. Okay. And then it will end. There's the intro actually plays in the outro over the top, so if you get bored of playing the chords, okay, if you get bored of playing the chords, you can play the intro over the top. That just plays over the top. Okay, so that was What's My Age Again by Blink 182. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I put a couple of links to my Patreon and my YouTube channel in the YouTube comments. I'll put it in the Facebook comments as well. If you enjoyed it, subscribe where I upload weekly lessons. There's also a Patreon if you fancy donating or receiving some rewards on different tiers. Okay, I will catch you next week.